They always
That's
got
a
their
total
hand out.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, because
They feel like they're the wife role,
Exactly.
and then the husband or the son is supposed to take care of them. Like, and
there's
there's kind
fine
of like
line
this.
with
It's
that.
literally
Yes.
conflict.
There's a fine line because I'm
Literally
single. I
conflict.
don't have a husband, and I have a
Yeah.
20-year-old
Yeah.
son
That's conflict.
who has a girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
But because I saw my little boy and I seen his daddy was not going to be a part of his
Mhm.
life, and I haven't been in a relationship in 16 years, not a long-standing one. So I had to make sure
Mhm.
that he had a good idea of how to relate
Yeah.
to women and all of those things. And now he's 20 and he
Mhm.
comes to me with his relationship problems.
Mhm.
And he asks me what my opinion is. And he opens doors
Yeah.
and he does things without having to be asked. Like, it is important what that mom instills in that
Mhm.
son, especially
Exactly.
and specifically when there's no dad around.
Yes.
Because I can't teach my son how to be a man.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't have the tools
Yeah.
for that.
No.
But I can show him, I can live my life out loud in front of him
Correct.
That's
so
right.
that he can see what mama's dealing with and not want to put his lady through
Correct.
that.
Correct.
And I was going to add that in too. It does. It really matters too when that man has his mom and his dad there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hate to say
huge
it,
difference.
but it really is because, like you were saying,
Mhm.
sometimes those men, they're so dependent, and
Hmm.
those women that are raising that man become the enablers.
Yeah.
To where
exactly.
you can't do-
exactly.
You got to do everything for them
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because
That's
their
it.
mom has done everything for them.
Correct.
Yes.
But when you have like my best friend Kevin, he had his mom and his dad, and he's a real rounded man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
Like, he's not asking nobody for nothing. He does what he needs to do. He goes to work, has a great job, and he's very respectful.
Uh-huh.
So I was gonna say that too. It really matters when it's a man and a woman to me.
And not necessarily a marriage, but if that
Just
father is
correct.
present,
Yeah, that's
Present.
Y'all.
That's it.
Definitely.
go
And
see your boys.
I had to.
Raggedy
I'm
asses.
glad this was brought up because I have no experience because I'm not a woman. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, but it made me
Really?
It made me internalize it. You know what I'm saying? As far as how I feel about my mom because she's passed away. You know, and I respect my mom. You know, but all my life I never had the information on how to treat a woman. My mama didn't even tell me how to treat a woman,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
She taught me little things about, you know what I'm saying, my hygiene, different things, yada, this and that. But she never taught me how to treat a woman. And then what I seen from how she was being treated was dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a point of time, you know, before my mom went to prison, you know what I'm saying? My mom didn't even deal with men. She was a stud, you know what I'm saying? So she rode that lifestyle. So I was fucked up on as far as information wise. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but in your presentation, because I get it, man. The fucking
that's a
dysfunction
lot,
of it
man,
all,
for a
yeah.
child to process, man. You know
Poor
what I'm
baby.
saying? And then put on top of that, she went to prison and came back, and to me, I processed it as abandonment.
Yeah.
You left me.
Yeah.
Because at the time that she was in prison, I
Understand.
got abused.
Mhm.
So you left me for dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
left
So
me
I had
hanging.
as a child to process all of this was a lot. So I had no information on how to treat a woman. So when I did get to a point to where I was without trying to be somebody else or trying to poison myself or kill myself, and I tried to start doing something different, then I started learning some things. Then I got a chance to look back and question myself on this particular question. Do you respect? Yeah, I respect my mama. Yeah, that's my hero. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking the other night. And I said, man, I wish I had my mama laying at the foot of the bed right there while we in the bed right now, while laughing and bullshitting with her, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I will shoot something at somebody. You know what I'm saying? If they need to appreciate their mama while they're here, give them some grace. Because you don't know, because they lonely now. You know, you have to. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a man, but you know, you have to. I said, because what I wouldn't give, let me say this, what I wouldn't give to have the studio door open and my mama just go over there and sit down and watch her son now. I give it all for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, does a man that respects his mother, will he respect a woman? That is not science.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna shoot that down as science.
Because
That ain't
No,
it's
it's
not.
definitely
One
not.
is not related
You
to
know
the
what I'm
other.
saying?
Definitely not.
Typically, sometimes,
you don't
but
need
no.
to, you don't need to
Can't put that kinda
you should
weight on
respect your
that.
mama, period.
Correct.
If, ands, and do's and don'ts. You know what I'm saying? Once you grown and you doing your own shit, paying your own bills, living your own life, respect her, give her grace.
Correct.
Whether she did it right or did she she only came, she only operated on what she knew.
Correct.
Okay, so give her some grace. You know what I'm saying? And respect her. But your forefront is your wife. Your forefront is your wife. That's your lead person. That's the most important person in your life.
Well, yeah,
That's your
because you're supposed to
immediate-
lead and cleave.
Yeah.
Lead
You know,
and
once
cleave.
you get a wife, then you're creating your own family. And so your mother should not
Respect
trump your wife.
Never.
Correct.
Always respect your mom and not respect as a man, but never make your wife compete for a place in your life
Never.
against your mother.
I
You
think
know what
it's
I'm
about
saying?
knowing the boundaries.
And that's the thing. And so what does that take us back to?
Yeah.
Knowing your damn self, doing the work on you so that you can build yourself up
Yeah.
to understand how to interpersonally relate to others,
Yeah.
how to set boundaries so that you can stand on business with whoever it is. Because yes, I give grace to mama because I understand she did what she could do with what she had. You hear me? But then there's a thing called boundaries. There's a thing called I'm grown now. And so the conversation changes. I respect you as my mother or I respect you as my father, but you
Now,
cannot
Jessica, you
cross
respect me
these
now
boundaries.
as my own person.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So then with each relationship, with each situation, those dynamics change depending on what your history is. You know, as a man with your mother, whether she was there, whether she wasn't, you know, some things, you know, respect is something that's earned. You get respect out the gate when we meet. And you determine on whether you keep that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what the relationship is. So we have to understand that one thing cannot be forever related to the other when we're trying to pinpoint what is the true issue.
Yeah.
You a grown ass man. How you treat me ain't got shit to do with your mama at 50 years old, 40 years old, whatever. You should know by now that you need to do some work.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
And that's what I was going to ask you too. I mean, of course, now you're grown and you're mature, and
Deal
so
with your mama wound.
never really mix the two of how your mother raised
Right.
you and how
Right.
you're treating your wife. But I was going to ask you though, but growing up, when you were first going through that and first dating women, did that have any effect on the women that you were dating at that time, of you going through that process of your mom going through what she was going through?
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And,
is.
I'm not gonna even say a disclaimer on that, but I didn't have the information, Tia, because you know what I'm saying, I was operating on trauma.
Yeah.
Because see, I just shared it when, you know what I'm saying, she went to prison for protecting me. Cause she shot a woman in the chest 4 times for slapping me. Right? So she ended up going to prison for that for 5 years, and we were abused for 5 years. And I translated that as abandonmentship. So every woman that I dated in my 20s or whatever the case may be,
Took that out.
They were getting that back.
Got you.
They were
And so
getting that back.
that's the thing too. And I guess the
I
question you
couldn't
were
get back
asking
at her.
us-
That's mama.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
I blamed everybody else for
That's
it.
it.
And at that
Exactly.
time, too,
Yeah.
it was subconscious.
Yeah.
I get it. And,
Yeah.
and I guess that's the answer. You know what I'm
I
saying?
was just thinking that. Like, that's the answer right there.
One thing,
That's the answer.
one thing, and I want to lead us before we go to another break right quick. When you know better, you do
That's
better.
it.
Definitely.
Period.
Jay Weaver said, he said the best way to learn how to do a relationship is being in it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Huh?
That's
Definitely.
true.
Somebody gonna get that on the way home.
Yeah, on the way. I hope you do. If you don't, you don't need to be in a relationship.
Tomorrow morning,
You know what I mean?
when you're drinking your coffee tomorrow morning.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes
Be
sense.
present. Be intentional. Damn
Mhm.
it. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Stop running and hiding and lying.
That's
Let me
it.
start some shit.
Oh,
Shit,
like
the
hardness.
shit's already
And when I
started.
do it, every time you're like, oh shit, which
Let me
way is
start
that
some
flowing?
shit.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Blanca.
Why is it that we
Blanco. See? Better
why is it that we as men
sorry.
why is it that we as men find ourselves having to in relationships and in marriage? I'm not talking about that one night stand and you out there in them street needs. I'm talking about in your relationship, we find ourselves having to initiate sex all the damn time.
Not
You know what
my
I'm
saying?
relationship.
Not over here.
Look,
Shit.
because you know what I'm saying.
Give it here.
Here's the we love for a woman to initiate sex to us, our woman to initiate sex to us. You know what I'm saying? When she just stop you and just say like out the shower or something like that, come here. You better put them drawers down. Just come here. You know what I'm saying? Just initiate something or whatever. You guys watching a movie or whatever, watching a commercial come on, and next thing you know, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? We like the initiation, but it doesn't seem like we're getting that.
Who are you speaking
I was
for?
just thinking that because
Baby,
that is
who
not
are you
accurate
speaking
at
for?
all.
Why is that not